picking up Razor. That's a nice counter to the Gyrocopter, of course. Works well against the DK as well. So this could be pretty nice for them.
You love the Razor up against the Gyro, so you mentioned that during our last game, and the other hero we mentioned during the last game, the Rubik ban, and Batrider by Fnatic. So they must be believing that both the Pugna and the Naga, or the Pugna and the Gyro, are moving into what, support roles here, or vice versa.
It could be Pugna Naga, I think.
Pugna Naga support.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, C9, they have these kind of heroes that can be run in so many different ways, but I think Pugna and Naga support is the most sensible right now.
It only makes sense to run like a Gyro support if you had someone like, for example, the Rubik, who would be able to hold them like together.
Yeah, I don't believe in in Gyro support. I like what a lot of the Eastern teams have been doing, the Chinese teams primarily, is play Gyrocopter as a core, but when you have level 6, start running around, take the fights, abuse how strong cooldown is of a spell, and just punish people. Okay, so we're gonna pick a Crystal Maiden, going for another pretty greedy support as well, into what is already a fairly greedy lineup.
You know, as I was sitting here previously, back when we had just the Naga and the Gyro, I was sitting here going, you know what, we could actually go back to like TI2 kind of draft and get the Enigma, the Crystal Maiden, as well as the Darkseer, and have like the full old Classico draft from Cloud9. But their team fight is still really, really strong with the Crystal Maiden now. But is it strong enough to beat a Razor? And what happens when you got blinding light from the Keeper Light? That range is huge.
It is huge. And of course, there was more hero as well to be added from the side of Fnatic. So it's going to be the support Tusk, and it's going to be core, Queen of Pain, Razor, and Ember, of course. Mushi going to be playing that Ember. I look forward to seeing it. Ember has actually shown a lot of strength in this tournament. He's shown how he can be effective in the early game, and later on when he has his items, the Daedalus are starting to come into his inventory. Yep, he hurts so much.
He's been one of the most popular heroes out there, and man, if I was a betting man right now, I'd bet on Fnatic's lineup. They just look really good for the D. You might get some early T1000 for Cloud9, but the big test for me for Cloud9 is the push going beyond that point.
Hey,
like,
man,
what's your timing to take up the tier 2 and then in fact get high? Like, how do you even go high ground against this?
It looks very, very difficult, as they have the spam, of course, from Razor. They have Ice Shards. They, of course, have the possibly best hero against push in all of the game, Keeper of the Light.
Yep.
And Queen of Pain, if she ever finishes Aghanims, they can definitely defend. So
Keeper of the Light's like in multiple ways as well. Like, it's not just, oh, we just wait till the late game, like a Naga picks up a Radiance and we'll just win it on split push. Keeper of the Light's got the recall ability once he gets the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Fnatic, their draft just looks so sickly sweet. It's wonderful.
He has a pretty good uptime. He has more than 50% or more uptime on the recall, even when he doesn't have Aghanim Scepter. Yep. So it's always there. But I don't know. I would bet, if I was a betting man, I would bet on Fnatic, actually. Despite the fact that C9 looked so strong in the previous game, Fnatic have shown that they are able to tie games against some of the strongest teams in their group. So I believe in them going into this draft. Their draft looks... it's hard to call which is stronger here. It could work, but C9 have some weird stuff going on.
Yeah, for me, Cloud9, all about the early impact and what they can achieve with this. And it's also a confidence booster for Cloud9. Like, if you're feeling like, okay, their draft's really solid, but we came with a plan and our plan works. After what happened yesterday, this is what you need to have happen. You need to take this 2-0. You need to get the 3 points and look fantastic. We should also welcome in everyone who's tuning in on the main live stream, even though we are paused. Greetings, everyone, on the main live stream, as well as, of course, everyone inside of Dota TV. Huge shout out to you guys at YouTube, Twitch, Steam platform, wherever you are. Hope you're enjoying the show. Cloud9 vs Fnatic. We're here in game number 2 of this first series of the day, where Cloud9 are trying to pick themselves up off the bottom of the group, which is where they currently stand.
Exactly. Gotta go for those 2 O's to get the 3 points. Remember, a draw is only 1 point in this group stage format. So very, very important to see how the teams are moving out early now, see where they want to drop the wards. We already have Naga Siren rushing up for the top rune spot, and of course Queen of Pain rushing into the Radiant jungle.
Looks like a ward mission as well from Notel. Gonna plant it up on top of the hillside. So you can see a little bit earlier on when the rotations come from Fnatic to the top lane. But Fnatic, their rotations aren't going to come like very, very quickly. We've actually got both Mushy as well as KYXY up here. And what's the most favorable lane? Like, you want KYXY farming top? Is Mushy still going to be okay in the mid up against what you're going to assume is a DK? But our assumption may be wrong.
I actually believe that you should have the Razor top because he has longer range there to run after, but their itemization looks more like it's going to be a mid Razor and the top Ember. Both of them actually benefit a lot from being able to chase enemies, so either is fine. They're putting a lot into the top rune. Both of these teams, we could see a fight here.
Eternal Envy hasn't skilled up the Rocket Barrage just yet, but KYXY making his move forward. And, well, no ability's been skilled up. The Shards and even the Illumina being too far away. The Searing Chains will hold Envy and N0tail in position for a while. And it's going to be Quap and DK who get the bounties. Envy dishing out terrible damage, but it's Johnny who's the man who's in no man's land. He's running so far into the Cloud9 base.
Johnny is
trying to regenerate. He'll end up going down. And Misery, the MVP support for Cloud9 in Game 1, will take the first blood against Fnatic.
That was really, really big, and they're gonna run the aggressive lane here with Eternal Envy's Gyrocopter, along with N0tail on his Naga Siren, so not the easiest lane for Ember.
At the same time, though, like, they've got to bring support to Fader in the mid. He is going to get completely zoned out. Breathe Fire is the only way he'll get an advantage. At the same point, though, he's already got the bottle.
Yeah.
So the bottle rush was successful. If he could just farm with Breathe Fire, maybe it doesn't make a difference.
He got the bounty rune, so he's going to be fine with that. When you get the bounty, you can get this early bottle up, and last hitting will be pretty much relying on Breathe Fire, as you say. N0tail really aggressive here, contesting the pull, getting some damage onto Ketchick, and then healing creeps.
Side of his Searing Chain, and with the Shards coming in, N0tail's going to drop.
Nice play.
You can be as aggressive as you want, but you've really got to give some respect that control ability. Also, very early Side of Fist for Mushy, but he realized he can get the kill with it.
Exactly. Don't skill until you know what you're going to need. And Johnny also came in a very nice time there with the Ice Charge from his side.
All right, so Eternal Envy, with his Jar in the last game, he got a crap ton of CS, and he was running on the off lane of their team. Now, is he going to be able to achieve the same result, knowing what he's up against with Fnatic?
It's very tough to say. That's the question, really. This top lane is tough for Fnatic. They have the Coddle trying to protect up against any aggression here from C9, but I don't know. Gyrocopter is farming a lot.
Got 3 for 1 so far, and with the creep wave coming into the tower, it should be 6 for 1. But N0tail, he's up again so far, and you got Side of Fist Searing Chain, he missed the chain. Actually went down to the Dark Troll Summoners for a bit.
He tried to block the pull so that they're not able to stop the Gyrocopter from farming, because whenever the creep wave is back here, Gyrocopter is going to free farm, but they're going to try and reset the lane now by pulling. Very important for them. Bottom lane, 10 and 7 on the Queen of Pain against Pugna, who's really struggling on 3 and 4, and that's a core Pugna, not a support.
I don't think we would have really expected anything else to happen in this lane. Like a Queen of Pain going one-on-one.
Yeah.
It just seems to be too easy, and when you go 2 points up in Shadow Strike, Someone's burning through all of his consumables apart from one salve.
It's really tough. It's very tough to play Pugna on this lane. However, he is getting a lot of experience at least.
Does N0tail see? Yeah, N0tail sees Johnny. And Johnny's just going to walk up. He's body blocking the camp, or at least attempting to do so. And now the Shards fall off Illuminate, and N0tail try to dodge it with the mirror images, not capable of doing so.
Well, I'm not sure about what N0tail is doing, because he runs there so early trying to body block it, instead of just making some illusions for 70 mana and sending them in when the cramp is about to spawn. Well, they might go on N0tail here if they hit the Illuminate, but it's gonna miss.
Both Illuminate and Shards off target. We'll also flag to the fact that Misery, we kind of forgotten that there is a second support hero for Cloud9. Got First Blood, hasn't shown herself since, but has level 3 and the stack. She's solo smoking as well on Misery. You must be looking to loop around and try and have a crack at KYXY.
That's the play. When you're level 3, you want to make one smoke and want to make it count as well. And there's not too much HP on this Razor right now. Could definitely pay off.
He's already used the Plasma Field, so Misery, the smoke will break. The Nova will connect. He's deep under the tower with a Frostbite Fader. Dragon Tail, but no mana for a Breathe Fire. He's ball charging up as quick as he can. And there it is, but it's not enough damage. 23 life he'll survive on.
So close. That was really, really close, but he didn't get the static link before the stun. That's why they were close to killing him there. I thought he was perfectly fine in his tower, but at least he gets away, and Misery, sadly his first gank, not gonna work.
Johnny gonna isolate that top room with the Shards, and it's gonna be the bottom regeneration room for Misery.
Oh, how nice. He was really low on HP.
All Alright, so Misery managed to get himself a... he farmed up one of the trolls down here, but there's a triple stack and a double stack.
Yeah, trying to just stack jungle and prepare for your team. At the same time, farming up the big creeps whenever you can. Crystal Maiden very easily takes care of those.
Yeah. This Queen of Pain is still so far ahead. Like,
Yeah.
we've got a bowler coming down for Ohio, so we might see some rotations from him shortly. Not to mention Johnny has also made his way down the bottom lane. At the same time, Misery has arrived, so we end up turning this into a dual lane now. And Johnny, there comes your shards into an instant snowball. He's going to hold him there with the Scream and the Shadow Strike. They can ensure the kill. They'll also be able to farm up the Nether Ward, so Bo7 dying underneath his own tower.
Yeah, and that's plenty of gold as well, getting the extra gold from the Nether Ward. So actually it's just level 1, so it's just 20 gold.
20's enough though.
Yeah, it's a little bonus, and they get the reward for killing him as well. Johnny running around. He still has 2 salves on this Tusk.
Actually really surprised how much CS Envy's managed to get out of this top lane. Kerchik's being pushed back by Notel. He's only got 2 points up in Riptide, and now Notel, too far up himself. Mirror Image tries to jump himself out and away from the Illuminate, which is successful at doing so. And Mushy also realizes he cannot chase this any further. At the same time, Tuskar, hello, you're going to go down.
Yeah, they actually brought down the Tusk on bottom lane, and very low HP on the Queen as well, as she
Crystal
used a lot of her
Crystal
spells.
Maiden's actually ticking. That Shadow Strike, that's not enough damage. Is that enough damage?
She will actually die. Yeah, it's level 2.
Yep.
She's dead. She's like, deny me, deny me. But Bone7 was not having any of that.
Oh, he was back in the lane.
That was nice, I guess. Queen gets the return kill there. Still though, Misery had time to buy up.
Bone7, Ohio dodges the Nether Strike. He's going to get rid of the ward again, but he's a little bit too far away to pick up the rune, and that's what he really came down here for.
The rune was important, but at least Johnny TP'd down bottom and filled Ohio's bottle when he did so. So he's not going to suffer too much from it.
It's going to be that little bit of extra advantage that you remove from Bone7, who's actually going to go and farm up the jungle camps. So it's Bone7 the man they want to try and pump the money into. And I'm assuming this is so they can get a quicker mech over on the Pugna.
Yeah, I think it's just a reaction as well. If he was farming very well on bottom, then it wouldn't matter who takes it. So just the fact that he can go here right now, and that laning bottom makes it extremely hard, he's gonna go and take this. Meanwhile, mid, look at Fada's DK. He's 30 CS against 31. So he's actually, in 1 second, he's gonna be out farming the Razor.
Breathe Fire is a beautiful thing. Not to mention his skill as a mid player.
Yeah, he is a very talented mid player, Fada. Definitely one of the best mid players.
But you're still seeing the other issue, which is kicking in. Well, actually, maybe it's not as big, because Mushi's got the same amount of farm as Bone7. So yeah, he's not really finding the momentum on this Ember Spirit. And now with Bone7 rotating up to the top, I think it's time for Fnatic to, well, actually Illuminate. That's all they really have to do. The creep wave won't get close enough to the tower.
Oh, they won't lose the tower, no. They just need to sit under tower, try and get level 6 now, which they're really close to on Ember Spirit, and he will be very hard to dive and kill. Without 2 good stuns on DK, or on C9. They only really have the DK stun. They can't kill this Ember.
So to get rid of that Nether Ward, Kerchik's almost killing himself on that. And in fact, Notar realizes it. He's trying to come up with the back to kill off that Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, if he sees him now, well, actually he's going to go on Mushi instead, just hitting him a little bit. But Mushi's pretty strong.
Mushi, in fact, initiating a little bit into Notar with the Searing Chains. A follow-up call down, and Mushi hit by the first rocket. Envy right behind him, moving so quickly, and he will get the kill with a rocket barrage. At the same time, Razor dying at his tier 2 tower to the Dragon Knight. Must have ticked out from the poison.
And the Crystal Maiden gank as well. CM ganking mid. Well, she managed to get that one pick off. The fight continues here top, but they're not going to find enemy as he runs into the jungle, teams out, and tower goes down to the Nether Blast. Pugna doing his job.
At Cloud9.
And mid tower, no one's defending mid for so long against DK. He's got to take down that tower in one go as well. They're finally TPing in now.
Johnny can actually snowball himself in. He's not the healthiest. You take a rocket barrage beforehand. He's got no control over on Fader, but Ember Spirit jumped down to the Sleight of Fist, and now Johnny just basically got a body block for Fader. TP out attempt, not successful. There's enough damage from Fnatic to get the kill.
A lot of kills happening at the same time here, and did they actually? No, they did not get the deny on the mid tower. So 2 towers taken by C9 to get all the gold from it, and we can see that really in the gold swing as well.
So. Hitting about 2.5k on the net worth. The experience, though, really, there's not that much in it.
Yeah, no, it's very even right now.
Still seeing Queen of Pain at the top. Like, for all this gold they're getting, that you've just lost your 2 towers, so attack. 2 full towers worth of gold going into the C9 heroes. And Queen of Pain is still 500 net worth ahead of anyone else on Cloud9.
She's so high in CS, that's why she was winning the bottom lane really hard.
And 2 kills to a name.
Exactly, 2 kills and has not died yet. They're smoking up now. The Tuskar and Queen of Pain gonna go down to the bottom lane where Mushi is already staying at.
It's kind of an interesting build for Ohio. He went 3 points up in the Shadow Strike as opposed to the 4 points up in the Scream.
That must have been a situational skill where he just had Shadow Strike ready and had the chance to skill it up to get a kill or something. Because this is not an optimal skill build, but sometimes you see a chance and you take it.
Well, they're going to find one Eternal End. He's a big one as well. Snowball in, and they commit the Sonic Wave. They want him dead as quick as they can. And now to the tier 1 tower on bot lane, which is 2 points away from deny range.
That was a very worth kill, going there and killing him with Sonic Wave.
Okay, KOXY and Fada. the battle for the haste rune only.
Fada gets the haste rune, but he does not have any damage anymore. But that's a fine trade, and he will take it.
Misery is getting a lot of experience on top as well. So farmed up Crystal Maiden. Keeper of the Lies not finding anywhere near the same levels. And that's also because he's not looking to stack and farm up his own jungle, which is where Keeper of the Lies is fairly proficient.
Yeah, but he's just trying to keep the lane's pressure, but look at that. The pings come out from Misery. He knows that the Coddle is in there. He's running up now, wants to check. He's pinging out. He wanted to nuke. Oh, he finds it.
Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. It's all over Keeper of the Light. He'll drop down.
You're done, old man. Bottom lane, Mushi gets stunned up as well here.
These are very quick kills, but he's actually decrepified, so they couldn't kill him off instantly. And that is actually still going to be a kill going the way of Fnatic. The blink away by Queen of Pain. They just don't find their openings.
Yeah, very nice for C9 getting these openings here.
And Fada straight up to KOXY. Went for the stun. He's trying to make KOXY think twice about coming in closer.
Purchased off the haste rune. When you stun off the Racer, of course you get the stable currents.
Ohio jumping on Bone 7, the life train, bringing him low, but Johnny better positioning when he snowballs in like that. They get rid of the Nether Wards, they can keep fighting.
Wow, these fights keep going, and I think that right now C9 are getting the better end of it, but it's just barely. It could quickly turn. Fnatic have extremely good fighting heroes as well.
And they're ready to fight too. Yeah, you got Ember Spirit fighting before he's finished up drums.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Ember is very good at fighting just because of a flame guard being such a good skill. Getting this last hit on the tower, extremely important for Mushi, who has not been farming so much this game. Only 37 last hits on that poor top lane.
But don't we go back to the original question we had, Waga? How much damage can Cloud9 do in the early stages? You've got a lineup which should be taking out all the tier 1 towers before the 15-minute mark. And there's still 1 tier 1 tower remaining, and you haven't inflicted any damage onto the tier 2s yet.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's gonna be difficult as well, because Fnatic will happily fight you every time you get close to your tower. Oh, Envy is trying to set up here for Ohio, but they need Frostbite to land, else they can't kill him. CM too far away.
Yeah. It's also a semi-setup on bottom lane. Notel's almost got his Song of the Siren. He's going to ensnare, call it Riptide, but Mushy, Flame Guard doing some work, and Decrepify, no one's going to be attacking him.
Yeah, Mushy had a Remnant very far away, so he's going to be safe. Even going to TP back to base, fill the bottle, pick up some drums items maybe. Actually going into the Battle Fury build up already with the Quelling Blade.
Now, why does he have to even give up the Radiant Jungle? He can stay around here for a long time. With the Observer Ward a little bit further north, they'll see rotations coming, so just jump out to a Spirit if things get rough, and keep the pressure on Cloud9. So Cloud9 don't have the confidence they can just 4 or 5 man push another lane.
Yeah, this is extremely important by Mushi. If he keeps pushing bottom lane,
he's going to cancel the TP. Wait, has he already used? Oh, he already used Searing Chain, hence the TP.
Yeah, I mean, if Mushi can just keep pressuring bottom lane a lot, there's no more tower to take for C9. They can't really go for the tier 2s, and the tier 1 bottom is so far away. So this is a very good heads-up play by Fnatic. They're controlling the map nicely, and Queen looking to strike and gank mid anytime she can.
Until she gets scattered out by these Naga illusions. Notel really using them as perfect wards. But I'm also seeing Ohio building into the Aghanim sector, and my question is lingering in the back of my mind. How do you take high ground? Like, when you get Sonic Wave and Illuminate, even just those 2 abilities will make sure no creep wave will ever reach the high ground.
Well, you need to kill your enemy first and then push. That's the only way. So they're going to smoke now and try.
They found him. Kerchik's going to get ensnared up, and that's just an easy kill for Fada.
Yep. Very nice gank there, and they're actually going to go for Ohio as well.
He's going to blink. He's actually going to blink away. KOXY turns on the Eye of the Storm, and they're bringing in more support. That's going to be Mushi coming to the fight. The side of Fifth Searing Chain will slow down Eternal Envy, and with the snowball, they're going to get it to the Song of the Siren. It's going to go off. Only 28 points of damage was stolen. Nortel holding all 4 of them there while he TPs away to safety.
Yeah, beautiful TP out there. Mushi on bottom lane now, trying to go on Bone 7.
Does he have enough damage? There's that TP again. When you're steering chains to start with, he got him.
Just barely enough damage. Well calculated by Mushi as he went there. But Misery, though, got tried to the solo kill.
Let it go. Mushi's got nothing to jump to.
Oh.
The Spirit, and he's just going to get himself away.
Just barely. Misery, as any Crystal Maiden player would, keeps channeling the full duration even if he hits nothing.
Might want to be careful, because Ohio's about to blink in and could just nuke him down.
There's no being careful. You have to channel the full thing, so please.
That Observer was watching Nortel's move, and yeah, blink, scream. If he gets the strike off, because Mirror Image actually, yeah, it was already used.
Ohio is suffering quite a lot from having level 1 blink still. At level 9, you definitely don't want to have level 1 on it. Preferably level 3, but if you get 2 points to Shadow Strike, of course that delays it. 3 points delays it even more.
Snowball coming on mid, looking for Envy. Shadow Strike, Sonic Wave, with also that Walrus Punch from Johnny. They have enough damage to get the kill. And a blink away from Ohio. He was taking up the damage because Johnny wasn't looking too healthy into the tower. But everyone gets away to safety. Beautiful
gank again by Fnatic. They're really moving well, but so is C9 where they do their smoke ganks as well, and they have a Shadow Blade now over on Fada.
And that's that initiation. When you start asking yourself the question, how do I deal with all these abilities? Try eliminating the heroes before you've got to.
Yep. And there are many styles as well to play, but I think that you still need to find kills if you want to push. No matter how your lineup is drafted, C9 needs to find these opening kills. A good thing for them, though, is that they almost have the full mech over on Pagna. Closing up on it.
By inch. When they have that mech, it's going to be so much easier for Cloud9 to push. But for now, the rest of Fnatic, they're heading in towards the middle lane.
Yeah, smoke again. Gotta go on Misery. Very deep dive here, but they have good heroes who will kill quickly and get out.
It's a Crystal Maiden. There's not a lot of life on her. And they can easily go for the tier 1 tower. Fada, he's coming in with that Shadow Blade right on top of Johnny and Ohio. And who's the target? It's going to be Johnny. No mana for the breathe fire. Now he does, but the Meg Touch from KOXY buying him some space. Eternal Envy knocked him in the corner. In fact, Johnny waiting inside. The snowball goes through the homing missile, and they get the kill over on Eternal Envy. The Tusker will lose its life for it, and KOXY actually going to stop being drained by Bone 7. Pugner able to keep him alive, or keep himself alive, and get the kill over on the Razor. Ohio will blink away, and Mushi's also on the retreat.
Very important heroes dying here. The Gyrocopter did go down, but so did the Razor. And of course, Tusk being a little bit more important than the Crystal Maiden that was picked off before. That's a Midas Crystal Maiden, by the way. And Misery, he was the one who started all that. The trend of Midas CM back in LGD Int, way back. So interesting to see that come back. This TI5.
The full Midas gaming. It's like, well, hearing that's done, it's going to be a trouble for Mushi, but he jumps away with a Spirit. 60 HP, not a lot to survive with, but
Mushi has been so clutch in this game. Either he's just barely killing someone, or he's just barely surviving. Really close a lot of times.
Welcome to the lane, Envy. A blink away by Ohio.
Welcome to the lane. Have your Shadow Strike and just wait under tower while I farm over.
At level 3 Shadow Strikes, it does some lifting.
Yeah, but it's doing some lifting, but at the same time, you can't really play the blink in, blink out playstyle of Queen of Pain. Right now, you're having twice as long cooldown as a level 4 blink. Taking a long time before you can go in and out again.
I get a little bit more frustrated that he's still stuck up here in the top lane, because Ohio got recalled up here by the Keeper of the Light. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, Mushi is continuously free farming. He's actually picked up already the Broadsword. So just one more damage item away from having that full Battle Fury on him.
I mean, he's free farming, but so is Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is farming even more, and DK is also keeping up good pace. And Pugna even has been doing a pretty good recovery considering his laning stage. So everyone is doing a good job just farming up.
Here's a smoke move. I say smoke move, it's actually just the Shadow Blade move.
Yep.
There's no Sentry Ward down, and Mushi, where's that defensive remnant? He's got one. He does have a defensive remnant a long way away, so he just runs away and now wait for the jump back out, but they have enough damage. Crystal Maiden finding the kill again.
Mushi, too cocky. He gets hit by the Shadow Blade. He should just jump out immediately, but he thought that maybe I can stay here and live. He must have thought that he can maybe kill the DK again. But
call down on top. Ensnare can't latch the Queen of Pain. Just missing it out, but they get the denial on the top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, important tower deny, gonna go their way. Mid tower is pretty low here as Fnatic group up on it.
They dropped the sentry ward. They see Fada. They put it in the tree line, so maybe Cloud9 aren't fully aware until they TP in now. And actually, they cancel both the TPs.
Nah, they're gonna get it immediately, but Fnatic had to back out. They did not get the tower, and that second deny in the same minute for Envy.
But is that really a bad thing? We're still back to the point where in the last 6 to 7 minutes, Cloud9 have not taken a single tower. It's been moved for a couple of pickoffs here and there, and only some of them they've achieved.
I would still say it's a pretty bad thing because denies are extremely important. So Fnatic, they really wanted that. When you group up as 4 people for 1 tower, to have to just run away in chain like that kind of hurts. Queen of Pain is rushing a BKB, by the way. It's a casual point booster, and now going into the Mithril Hammer with the Ogre Club.
Bypassing the Ags.
Yeah.
At least for now.
She's definitely going to go back for it later. It's really good in this game against the Naga Siren, and even against the DK, it's pretty good to have reliable pure damage, because he is so tanky otherwise.
Bone 7 stealing the Invis room from the Ember Spirit. And Keeper of the Light is finding his space on the top lane.
Yeah, right now not too much going on as C9, they group up for trying to push the tier 1 bottom, but there's always so much pressure on the tier 2 top that they might just have to back out.
Mushy. They're actually recalling Mushy to the top lane. So yeah, they would just want to force the lane out. Let KYXY just stay behind for the moment. In fact, Keeper of the Light now is going to TP himself to the bottom lane, where he can then recall potentially and back. So your Illuminate in. Yep, Fada right next to Mushy. Mushy still got this spirit. He needs to jump right now, and he cannot do so in time. Fada's able to find that kill.
That Shadow Blade is doing so much work for this Dragon Knight. Fada finding the kill again. 4-1-4, really good start for DK here.
So difficult to also predict this when you're like, you can't throw. They had the sentry in the observer ward a little bit further north than the tier 2 tower in the top lane.
You see it on the Tusk. Johnny buying up 4 sentries, and he has a dust as well. All this is against the Dragon Knight. Of course, some against the observer wards as well.
But you can use this kind of stuff. Hello, Fada. No, Ohio will blink himself away and give away his stack. But you can use the sentry wards, but not underneath the tower. Like, Mushy was right underneath the tier 2 tower. You're not going to get clear vision there unless you're going to sacrifice the ward.
Yeah, but they have been sacrificing wards. I mean, they lost a ward mid earlier, and they still have 5 sentries on the ground.
Snowball, they're going after Fada, and maybe they can kill him off. Ohio still has Sonic Wave. Fada TPing out with the Typhus-Searing Chain. They control him. They can commit the Sonic. They don't even need it. Fada with one charge, almost killing off Johnny. In fact, he will do so. So tanky.
Yeah, the Silver Edge just being delivered there as well. Might actually have played a factor in the fact that he killed him there.
It's the money. The Ember Spirit was the one to end it. He just got 880 gold for that kill over on the Dragon Knight.
Plenty of gold.
That's actually his Battle Fury. That's his full Battle Fury now done.
Yeah, a little bit too confident there with the Dragon Knight pushing too far, but that's what Fnatic needs. They need to get these pickoffs and take some control of the map so that they can get into the, oh, can we possibly do Roshan? Because both these teams have terrible Roshan. Like, C9 have a decent one. I mean, it's not great, but they at least have Gyrocopter and DK. They kind of hit hard.
Yeah.
But 3 other heroes are useless. Fnatic side, though, I mean, Coddle, no thanks.
It's only when Mushy finds, like, his Crystallis into a Daedalus, then maybe they have enough damage.
Oh, yeah. They will be able to kill it sooner or later, and the Tusk is building into a medallion, but he's still not there, of course, buying so many sentries.
They're looking at Envy on this top. Mushy looking for the Searing Chains. A little bit too early, but they commit the Sonic Wave and Scream. Internal Envy turns on the drop charge. Mushy being torn apart. The Snowball will finally arrive, so they get the kill over on Envy before death. And the blink away with the BKB protection from Ohio. He'll be safe. But Johnny, where does he go from here apart from death?
Nowhere to go, and that's another great trade for C9. Sure, you lose Envy, but you got the Ember killed and the Tusker as a bonus. Very nice reaction there, as they were the ones being yanked. A little bit too early there. The Queen of Pain ulti, maybe trying to use that for a finish, but I don't know. Ember and Queen just felt very confident to go on a Gyrocopter there. Does not have his BKB yet, but soon.
Coaching is doing all the running for his team at the moment with these recalls. He's running forward with the Aghanim Scepter up. He's good at haste rune, hence.
Show us the meaning of haste. Also.
He's just trying to keep everyone away from the towers.
Yeah, I think this hero suits a lot better for Kechik than the Shadow Shaman, though.
Yeah. I think Keeper in the line just suits better than Shadow Shaman in the current meta. But he's doing it for his team. Like, he ran down the bottom lane. He then recalls in the Razor, so Razor can then farm up the bottom, moves to the top, pushes out the creep wave, but then Mushy means he can have control of his jungle and use his Battle Fury. Yeah. Let's see if they can get some nice warding inside their own jungle.
Yeah, let's see. They need more control, definitely. I also wonder what the Dragon Knight will purchase next, as he's 2,500 gold now and he has the Silver's Edge. Maybe he will go into the BKB, which is, you know, very, very good item for this hero. Gives
top lane.
Control.
Misery, a 4-star TP away. Johnny won't be able to reach him in time.
Yeah. First the Maiden, she lives. She's 5-2 and 3 as well, so Misery is doing very well in this game, and he will probably keep getting some item progression towards... Sorry.
You'll be wondering about Fada too. With the BKB, I think you're right with that, but if he was going to get that, it'll still be worth having something like an Ogre Club inside your stash, so there may be a little bit of indecision.
Yeah, maybe, but he's been running around with TP Skull all the time, so he wouldn't be able to carry it anyway.
Roshan time? It looks like it.
Yeah.
They're going to 4-man smoke in. The Naga Illusion is still on its way.
Pretty obvious.
Oh, sorry, 5-man.
No one is defending top. It's either a smoke around to kill these guys, or it's a Roche.
But then it's a trade-off. Like, you take Roshan, but you lose
Total
the tier 2
should illuminate
tower.
there now. Just gotta go and check it.
Yeah.
It might be too late, though. Oh, might be time. No. Recalls.
Not TPing in yet.
Okay, they're just taking the trade.
Yep. Let him have it. Ohia's going to farm up the mid lane and do some damage to the tier 2 tower there. And Cloud9 instantly have to back up anyway.
That was a nice sneaky Roche, and C9 did a nice sneaky Roche earlier as well in the game against, I can't remember who it was against, but they were sneaky anyway.
Yeah, that was the, was that the Anti-Mage game?
Yeah, I believe it was. Yes, it was. They had the Pugna healing up the Anti-Mage when they were doing it.
Shards and Illuminate, and the creep wave can't even hit the tier 2 tower, but Fada, well, he's giving it a shot, but that tier 2 tower has backdoor regeneration. Meanwhile, Mushy has inflicted 500 damage onto the tier 3 tower on top lane. And Fnatic are looking for the pickoffs. Like Notel, Song with a Siren, he does have the TP scroll, so he'll get away to safety.
Good old Song TP out, such a good move for Naga Siren, and she does have the gem, so she can start dewarding a lot, and that's why we see very little Fnatic vision right now. Look at how many sentries they have dropped on the map. I really am thinking that they hurt themselves more than they should with these sentry purchases. Yes, the DK's rotations are important, but the amount of sentries they have purchased and still DK is killing stuff.
Hasn't really been an effective countermeasure.
No, not really.
And now they're starting to get some more unusual positions that the Naga won't be able to scout out. It's the common Gem Ward, was like middle lane, goodbye to the Keeper of the Light.
Misery casually just taking that one. He's like, oh, you don't need it, Mr. Core. I am your core now.
Misery's got a BKB to build.
Yeah, he does. And Aghanims and Blink. Then when he has that, a Sheep.
So you're about to say then he'll be satisfied.
Oh, Oxarine as well, dude. Needs so much more. So, speaking of pressure, just going for this mid tower. Pugna pretty strong now with the full soul booster and mech. And the Aegis, of course, after taking Roche.
There's still the issue that every time they're doing this is 5 men for Cloud9 in mech. While Mushy has got not only the fortification out from the Radiant side, but he's doing damage to the T2 tower. Rose's doing as much as he possibly can. Ohio blinks away. As long as the hero is here, yeah, Johnny snowballs up, but he snowballed on top of Fader, so he'll have to ball himself away. He did not want to, but then again, he goes through Eternal Envy. The Sonic Wave, that Nether was still there. Ohio gets hit pretty hard by this, but the Tuskars down, and Mushy's still not coming back. They're happy to let the tier 2 tower drop bit by bit, but it's not dead yet.
They keep having backdoor regen all the time because the creeps get killed so fast.
It's the TP bottom. It's the DK coming in now, and quickly away.
Yeah, Mushy knows. He was also being recalled here, so he's going into mid.
Can he catch up? Like,
maybe.
Killing off Misery is worth it. This guy is 6'2". They jump around, they see him in the trees, and Misery's going to drop. Who takes the money? Who takes the glory? It'll be the Ember Spirit for 423.
Oh, so close. Naga Siren trying to kill off the Coddle there. Just a few more seconds, she would have had another Riptide. Kill off the illusion. Very important.
Mushy has the full Crystallis and 1k gold.
Speaking of full items, there's almost a full Aghanims on this Coddle as well. He hasn't been revealing that a lot because he's keeping his items in the stash. So that might come as a surprise as well.
Ohio playing with Envy. The full BKB also, I don't know if you mentioned that one, was also done on DK.
Yeah.
So the two cores of C9, or the two big cores of C9, have their BKBs, while Pugna going for a little bit more of a compilation build.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Pugna kind of just needs a little bit of everything. I'm not sure what he's doing now with the Soul Booster and then running into Voidstone as well. He's going for a Eul Scepter maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was hoping you might be able to explain what the thought process is here.
I'm actually not sure. If you go for a full Soul Booster, I think you should just complete something out of it. If you want to go for the Octarine or if you want to go for a Bloodstone. Maybe he's just trying to go for old Bloodstone with the Perseverance. I don't know. Like, I'm actually confused. But
he might be feeling like they just need to have that extra disable.
He could even be going for a Linken's or something. Like, maybe he feels that they need some item urgently, but I think upgrading the Soul Boosters is definitely high on priority.
Fnatic smoke movement going into the Radiant jungle. They're going to walk into No-Tell as well as Bone 7 here. And Ohio, there is no Sonic Wave, even with his Aghanim Scepter, but they snowball in. Ohio isolated with his own BKB. And how long will this last? One more second. The cooldown's coming. He blinks away, and Johnny, he takes the brunt of the attack. Kerchik trying to TP out. The breathe fire at the drain. It's enough to get the kill. He'll end up surviving, and Mushi, wait, where are you?
Yeah, Mushi was behind enemy lines there, but he's gonna jump away to his Spirit. That was a nice timing as well on the cooldown and the Song of Siren release. So, catching first the end snare, BKB, Queen of Pain, forcing her to blink away. Beautiful execution by C9 in that fight.
But they still only get the 2 supports.
Yeah, they did, but they also forced BKB from Queen and they had to run out defensively, so I would say that's okay. They didn't use their BKBs on either a Gyro or DK in that fight.
Bada?
It's just looking all the time.
Check in the corners, man.
Might be a Coddle, you never know. But Coddle is dead, so possibly you know right now.
Mushi with a sleight of fist, and then he moves forward, realizing where Mushi would come to. There is a Spirit Jump, but again!
Look at that Silver's Edge attack.
Mushi just getting brought down.
Yeah.
Fada is trapped here. They're going to snowball in with the Walrus Punch for the call down. Perfect position from Envy. Johnny just evaporates in. He might get the Sonic Wave off, but Fada, they just stand their ground. Envy moving over to KYXY. He'll bring down the Razor, moving into the Keeper. The light. He only just came back to life again. The Blinding Light will make it difficult, but not impossible. They find 4 men moving up to Ohio, but they've still got a tier 2 tower to kill before they can go high ground.
They're so sustainable. They're just going to keep going. They have the mech. Of course, it's already used, but this is very hard to stop, this kind of push. I think they could just go high ground. This is how you push, Toby. We asked how, kill all the enemies and then go. That was the worst possible time to take a fight for Fnatic. Right outside your base.
And what do they even do now? Like, your Ember Spirit already used, but it goes a die back from an Ember Spirit.
Yeah.
He cannot come back again.
It's gone
Sonic
forever.
Wave, but you hardly even stop the push from C9.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I mean, you kill off the creeps, but who cares? They still have the heroes at pretty healthy numbers here, and they're gonna have the mech in 10 seconds.
And they kill Johnny.
Yeah, forcing him to snowball in.
He has to come in, but he's only got 160 life. That's not enough to survive this, and they're dragging him so far down. The snowball never even connects.
Yep. And they're going for the range tracks as well. No reason to back out until you realize there's a tier 2 mid, and we don't need to risk anything. So they're gonna back out. Now they have so much gold going their way. Look at this, 3,000 gold on Nagasiren, who goes for a full Solar Crest upgrade here. And of course, Envy almost has the full Butterfly. Assault Cuirass being purchased by Dragon Knight soon. This is looking really terrifying for Fnatic.
Yeah, but fantastic for a Cloud9 team.
Mid. Can they actually kill him like this? He hits so hard, he hits him and kills him 5 attacks. That's amazing for Dragon Knight. He kills the Ember in 1 stun duration.
Yeah,
that's when Ember knows this is not working out.
And this is another window of opportunity. Like,
yeah,
you could try and keep defending with Illuminates, and this will delay this game. Like, Fnatic might be 1 Rex down, but they still have tier 2 towers, and they've still got fantastic D push.
I wonder how much more you can actually delay this game though, because C9, the pace at which they're finding pickoffs and transitioning it into something now is starting to become really big problem. First the Roshan, and then just pressure on bottom, taking a full Rax and tier 2, tier 3 tower in 1 push. Fnatic, you have to be careful now. They never even finished up the entire Coddle Aghanims as well. I believe he might have...
That first kill that happened inside the Radiant jungle was a nail in the coffin for the point booster. And then he died again on the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's just been dying and not had time to farm up the side lanes.
That was a scythe. That's a scythe for Bone 7.
Alright, so he did just leave it as a casual soul booster and went into the full Hex which is very good against the entire team of Fnatic. Hexing up the Queen of Pain is huge. The Tusk is also very good, and Ember, most importantly, locking him down and killing him.
Yeah, this is just such a dangerous, dangerous time. I don't... Fnatic, if they can make space for Mushi, how do you make space when you've got such a great initiation like a DK right now? And Fada's movements across the map always seem to be in the perfect positions too.
Yeah, he has been finding so many kills. He's 8, 2, and 14. He has been in the majority of the kills on C9's side of the game. And I don't know. You can't take anything away from any of these players. They have an 8, 3, and 6 jungle Crystal Maiden. Mid trying to go for a kill again, but this time Queen of Pain wisely blinking away.
All right, so Fnatic, if you're in their shoes right now, do you wait for the push from Cloud9, or do you try and split push this?
I mean, you have to do both of those things. Split push and wait for the push to come.
That's a little hard. At least they might be able to kill a courier off. Okay. No, they can't. The Scythe of Ice is now up for Misery as well.
Yeah.
Also, he's got enough
Crystal Maiden, 4 staff, and Hex. This is just absurd at this point. To win from here would be very difficult. There is a 20,000 gold advantage. C9. Just don't do anything crazy here.
Oh,
no need for crazy.
Fada's trying. Not crazy. He's just doing the normal stuff. Walk around, find anyone you possibly can, get a pick off and move forward. But right now, Fnatic, they'll just spray their abilities out from inside their base and let Mushi do the split push farm.
Yeah. Good by C9 to realize that there's no need to go high ground when there are so many different skills to kill the creep wave. So they're just going to go for Roshan. With the Aegis, they could go and finish the game. Smoke up from Fnatic. They don't want to give this away.
Yep, and they're going to walk right over the top of that Naga illusion. Obviously, the smoke's not going to break on it. It's only an illusion.
They scout it with the Sigil, so you know Roshan is nice and healthy.
But Envy's the only one in there. This is a trap from Cloud9. Like, they want them to run in. So Mushi's the first man to be revealed. The Naga illusion jumps in, and they do find Misery. He hexes up on Ohio, trying to hide in the tree line, and they loop themselves around. Envy still in biz, and now they go for the call down. The snowball over to Notel. He can't get the Song of the Siren off the Sneak because Vader standing his ground here as the big DK, and that is 3 for the price of 1. About to be 4. Ohio cannot blink. Ember Spirit, the only man alive, and in fact, it's just GG. Cloud9 will take another convincing victory over Fnatic.
And a 2-0. Yeah, that's the 2-0 that C9 needed after yesterday. So really well performed. No throws today. Really consistent play. And Fnatic, despite their efforts, they do get a 0-2 loss here.
And this will push Cloud9 up level with Team Secret.
Yeah,
who,
4 points.
But also, there's an extra game in there for Cloud9.